Here's a 2-minute lesson on composition. No, that's composting. We're talking about composition. Some people are born with an eye for composition and some are not. Kind of like music. You're either born with the ear for music or you're not. We can't all be Mozart, but we can learn how to play chopsticks like a pro. The same is true for composition in photography. You may be lacking natural talent for good composition, but you can apply what you learn to make your photos more interesting. Why is composition so important? I'm so glad you asked that. Good composition will guide the eye of the viewer to the most important subject or subjects in your image. It can also tell a story. Have you ever looked at a photograph and said, "What is this? What am I supposed to be looking at?" If your eyes are darting all over but not landing anywhere, that picture is a composition failure. Here are a few tips to help you with composition. Make sure your horizon lines are level. You don't want your viewers going like this. It looks like a dog and it's really irritating. Another tip is to look for lines. No, not that kind of line. Look for things in your scene to guide the viewer's eyes to the subject. Another important one is the rule of thirds. You may have heard of this one. Think of a grid dividing your image into thirds and put your subject or subjects off-center of these intersections. Contrast is another important part. A contrasting color or texture can make your subject stand out. Understand framing. Frame your subject with something that will, frame them, like a doorway, trees, or an archway. It's important to balance your photos sometimes. A picture looks best if it's symmetrical. Sometimes it looks better when it's asymmetrical. Balance, but you have to be the judge. Tell a story, the old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, it's very true. But my biggest tip, don't try to put all these tips into one picture. If you do, it will look like this. Do you want to learn more about composition? Then click on the link to our blog story about composition. It goes into much more detail than this video. Got the picture?